My name is Doug Jensen. I'm with Mastry Engine Center located in Clearwater, Florida. Our website is mastry.com if you need more information when I'm done with this video. This is our VTE model, Bogora 9000. This is 8.5 kW marine generator. We have generators from 3.2 all the way up to 14 kW in various increments along the line. This generator has a full enclosure, as you see here. There's no ventilation in the box on this generator. It's a fully water-cooled unit. It needs a little bit of air just for the combustion chamber. It comes standard with a 15-meter wiring harness and a control panel. This control panel will monitor the engine. It'll give you RPM, cycles. It has a load indicator on there also in case you're worried about overloading the unit. There's a breaker installed on the unit, so if you do overload it, the breaker will trip. This will tell you you're getting close to that range where the breaker will trip. It also comes with a spare impeller. I'll show you the pump inside here in a minute. These units run very quiet. We have a few issues where the customers are actually shutting the boat down, putting them up on a lift without killing the generator, shutting the generator off because it's so quiet. So we include a spare impeller so you can do that first repair and hopefully you don't make that mistake again. User and maintenance manual. This also includes the installation instructions and all the maintenance things you need to do throughout the year. If you need a parts manual for the engine, you can ask for it when you purchase it, or you can contact our parts department at mastry.com and ask for the parts manual for the unit. I've opened the unit up so you can see what's inside. I want to point out a few features. One thing we do here, we plumb the siphon brake to the outside of the box, so you don't need to get into the engine itself and connect your hoses inside the box. We just try to save you that work. The engine, the unit comes with two different mounts. You have internal mounts and external mounts. This eliminates most of the vibration. Everything is mounted on stainless steel. We have stainless steel rails, we have stainless steel mounts. Everything that's bolted onto the engine, other than what comes out of the factory for the engine itself, is stainless steel. Of course, we have the brass fittings on the water pump side. We mount a oil pump here in the front of the engine. You simply remove the cover, give it a few pumps, pump your oil out into a can, or you can hook a suction hose up to an electric suction pump up to it. Your dipstick is obviously located here. This is your service side of the engine. So you have your dipstick, your oil filter, and your fuel filter located in the back here. Your oil fill is at the top here on the valve cover. Your heat exchanger fill, radiator cap, is located on the top of the heat exchanger assembly here, manifold heat exchanger. We have the sending units, if you ever need to get to them. The internal water temperature sending units located up underneath the thermostat housing. The exhaust temperature switch is located on the exhaust elbow. And we have the oil pressure switch, which is located at the top. If ever you have a failure on the unit, your mechanic may want to go to each one of those and just check the switches out first to see if they're defective or not. After that, we have like I said, a stainless steel exhaust manifold. These manifolds are special to the unit because these units are tested for ABYC specs and Coast Guard specs to meet the ignition proof certification. They run relatively cool. This enables us to meet the certification. And again, they're all stainless steel, so they should never have to be replaced. The heat exchanger core is located in the manifold. This is your manifold assembly here, and it runs horizontal in the manifold. There's 3 bolts on the back. Remove the cap, take the core out, it can be cleaned and put back in if necessary, if needed. The water cooling jacket on the alternator is also stainless steel. A lot of our competitors use aluminum. Some of them have air-cooled alternators, which have to have a ventilation fan. This does not require that ventilation as other units do. On this side of the engine, we have your starter motor, which is not a normal repair item, but if in case there's any failures, this is where it's located at. Your fuel pump is also located on this side of the engine. These are your 2 feed lines, fuel in, fuel out. They go through bulkhead fittings. This line here is your AC current line. We pre-wire every unit so that your AC current is pre-wired to the outside of the box. You do not need to go into this, open up this box at all when you purchase one of these units. This would get wired direct to a box which is going to contain the breaker based on this current that you need, whether it be a 60 amp, 50 amp, 45 amp, whatever the maximum output of the engine is, the breaker box will be connected to this. These other two bulkhead fittings are for your DC current. One positive, obviously, going up to your starter, one negative going to a ground connector on the back of the starter here. This fitting up here is for your water intake, seawater intake. This obviously feeds your seawater pump. We pre-plumb that to the outside of the box. Again, my name is Doug Jensen. You can get my phone number off Mastry.com website. You can also get more information on this. If you want to call me directly, my number is 386-872-1473. Email address djensen@mastry.com.